Welcome everyone. We'll be starting with the session soon. Good morning everyone. Welcome to the session. We would be starting soon. We're just waiting for our panelists.
आवाज का येत नाही रे.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I audible?
Good morning, ma'am. Yes,
Morning,
ma'am.
ma'am. Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ritika,
Good morning, ma'am. I am Yogendar.
Good morning. This is Reena S. Kumar from Sister Nivedita University,
Good morning,
Kolkata.
ma'am. My name is Rushi Trivedi.
Good morning, all of you.
Morning, ma'am.
I am Shant Kumar
My
Bhagat
name
from
is Deepak Singh. I am a Law College, Assistant Professor. Good morning, all of you. My name is Deepak Singh, Assistant Professor, I am a Law College, Noida.
yeah, great. Welcome. So,
Good
Miss
morning.
Ritika, convener.
Yes, ma'am, we can start with our program.
Yeah, Miss Ritika, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So all of us are ready?
Yes, ma'am. We can
Yes,
start.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your technical moderators.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, Good morning, everyone.
Yes, Ashi, we can start.
Ritika,
Yes, ma'am.
we will start at 10:45 sharp, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ha.
10:45.
Okay. Rashi, is this fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Only 5 minutes. Then
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
start.
Yes, ma'am.
And you kindly post one message in waiting room that those who are not able to join, because now this is 500 capacity for this Zoom. So they kindly, opt for YouTube,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So
Yes,
please
ma'am.
post this message in the waiting room.
And ma'am, we are waiting for a panelist, Dr. Prashant Mali. He'll be joining us soon, and then we'll start accordingly.
Yeah, so before that, shall we introduce about the workshop and etc., because all participants would like to know.
Yes, ma'am. That we can start at 10:45.
Yes.
Okay.
So that once Mr. Prashant Mali will come, then immediately with his introduction we can start. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Ritika, this was the plan, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Ha. Yes, Rashi, you can begin.
Yes, ma'am.
All the best.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the workshop. I, Rashi Jain, co-founder of the Legal Lens and your moderator for this session, welcome you all to this 3 days national workshop on emerging contours of cyberspace and the legal regime, organized by Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies in collaboration with the Legal Lens. Firstly, I would like to thank our co-organizers, Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, our eminent panelists who have taken time from their schedule to join us, and to all the participants who are here with us. Welcome everyone and thank you. The broad theme of this workshop is to gather information on the jurisprudence of cyberspace and such related issues. However, before proceeding with the theme and the speakers, I would like to clarify certain procedures and rules for the workshop. The workshop is spread over the course of 3 days, wherein various speakers would be taking sessions, and each session would be consisting of 60 minutes including the interactive session. For the purposes of attendance, a Google form would be floated within the session, and also all those who are joining us on YouTube can access the same through YouTube. In case any person wishes to pose a question to a speaker, they should write that question in a Google form, which would be floated soon, and only those questions which are within the form would be undertaken. And I would request all the participants to kindly turn off their videos and microphones in order to ensure that there is no technical glitches. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Rashmi Salpekar, the workshop director and Dean VLLS WIPS, to give a welcome address and to inaugurate the workshop. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rashi. And wish you all very good morning. And welcome to this workshop on emerging contours of cyberspace and the legal regime. So welcome you all. I'm extremely happy to welcome you all because not only because, you know, we have received overwhelming response, more than 1,000 registrations we have received, but also that this workshop we are organizing along with our students. So VSLLS, that is Vivekananda School of Law and Legal Studies of Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, we are organizing this workshop in collaboration with a group of law students and law learners, that is Legal Lens. And this group is consisting of our own students. So therefore, we are very happy to welcome you all. First, to speak on workshop, before that, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our law school, that is Vivekananda School of Law and Legal Studies of WIPS, as also Legal Lens. So WIPS is established in the year 2000, and our chairman, Dr. S.C. Vats, who is an educationist and perfectionist. Because of his inspiration and encouragement, we at law school, we organize various workshops just to enhance the learning of various students as also participants. We take various opportunities to connect with various stakeholders through these events. We are having, in law school, we are having BLLB, BBLLB and LLM in ADR and corporate law. And we are having more than 400 students in the law school per batch. As also, I'm having many faculty members and many senior faculty members we are having, and all of them, they are present at present in this workshop. So we all, on behalf of the management, we welcome you. We are also fortunate to have Professor R. Venkatarao as chairperson, who is mentoring us, who was earlier the Vice Chancellor of National Law, India University, Bangalore. We are also fortunate to have Professor T.V. Subbarao as Emeritus Professor. In fact, it is his idea that we are having this workshop on cyber law. He only suggested that let's have a workshop, and then along with my faculty members and my students, we are able to organize this workshop. In the organizing committee, we are having Ms. Ritika Chauhan as convener. We are having Ms. Upmashri and Ms. Ravneet, assistant professors of the law school, as the co-conveners. I'm also having along with me Ms. Rashi, as also Mr. Mihir, who are my students, as also they are the founders of this group, that is the Legal Lens. So this is about the organizing committee. A few of the rules have been told by Ms. Rashi. In addition to this, if there are any things, any directions, instructions, suggestions, requests, so we will give you as we will proceed on this workshop. Now coming on the theme of this workshop, that is emerging contours of cyberspace and the legal regime. Now we have already floated the brochure of this workshop, and we have given all the details that who all are the speakers who will come to guide us as also to share their knowledge. In fact, the basic motto of this workshop, and in fact for the Legal Lens, is also that we need to share the knowledge to enhance the knowledge. So by sharing the knowledge, we will be able to enhance our knowledge. So therefore, we are organizing this workshop for all of you, in which again, thankful that we have received overwhelming response for the same. So coming on the themes, if you would see the themes, various stalwarts of cyber law, they are coming to guide you, as also to interact with you, to discuss with you. So we are beginning from today, and first session will be taken by Advocate Dr. Prashant Mali. He is an cyber expert, and he will speak on the introduction to digital India and cyber laws. He is a Bombay High Court advocate, founder and president, Cyber Law Consulting Advocates and Attorneys. We are also having Professor TV Subbarao as one of the speaker. He will speak on cyber offenses, cyber crimes, as also Dr. Ashok Dhamija. He is former IPS, as also advocate in Supreme Court, and he will speak on the entire framework of cyber laws. Further, on 4th of July, we are having Dr. A. Nagaratna. She is in charge of the cyber cell of National Law School of India University. So she will connect with us from Bangalore. Like today, Mr. Prashant, he will connect us from Bombay. And Dr. A. Nagaratna, she will speak on role of intermediary and intermediary rules. Further, Mr. Osama Suhail, he is also advocate and founding partner of ANZ Laws, Electronic Contract and Cryptocurrency. This is his theme. Further, on 5th of July, we are having Mr. Neeraj Arora, advocate on record, as also he is an arbitrator and also very well established cyber forensics expert, and he will speak on protection of privacy and data. We are also having Dr. Pavan Duggal on 5th of July. As all of you are aware that he is advocate in Supreme Court of India, as also founder and chairman of International Commission on Cyber Security Laws. And he will speak on IPR and cyber law. We are also very happy to share with you that in valedictory session, Honorable Justice Rajiv Shakdar, Judge, Delhi High Court, he will come to deliver valediction address. He will be the chief guest in valedictory session. Along with that, we would have Professor R. Venkatarao also in valedictory session, and they will address and they will grace the valedictory ceremony. So this is the entire theme of our workshop. And now, if you would ask that why this workshop on cyber law, then in that case, as all of us, we are aware that because of the pandemic situation which has been created by COVID-19, all of us, even though we are following social distancing, but still we are connecting through technology. But then this technology must be very safe. We must be aware about its rules and regulations. So therefore, this is a very humble attempt to create awareness amongst all of us. As also, if we are intending that when we are discussing and we are interacting with you on cyber laws, then in that case, further, you will also be able to spread this particular message regarding awareness regarding law and technology amongst all. So that this is only our humble objective, and with the help of all of you, we are very sure that we will be able to achieve our objective of organizing this workshop. So once again, let me welcome you all to this 3 days workshop on emerging contours of cyber space and legal regime. Thank you so much. Over to you, Rashi.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind and warm words. Ma'am, we are just waiting for our panelist, Dr. Prashant Mali. He'll be joining us in a minute, and then we can proceed with the session.
Yes, sure. Dear participants, I would also like to inform you give attendance sheets as also feedback forms. So kindly fill it. As also, we will also try to understand that what are your wishes or what is your wish list to attend this particular training program. We will share your feedback as also anything you learn from during. We will are very so regarding from this workshop. So kindly, so able to make this workshop very fruitful for all of you. Now, very soon, our advocate Prashant Mali, the speaker of the day, he will join us. And then we will begin with our technical session first of this workshop. If anyone would like to say something, then you kindly post it in your chat box.
We apologize to everyone for the delay. There must be, the sir is just joining us. So be patient, he'll be here in a minute.
All the instructions have been listed down in chat box by the team. Many good morning messages are there. They have given you link also. Few of the participants, they have raised hand. So I would encourage you to write in the chat box. So like we are having some time, so we will be able to understand that what exactly you would like to say. I would also like to add that the conveners team, who are the assistant professor at the law school, they are the faculty members of law and technology. And since last like 3 to 4 years, consistently they are doing research on this subject. So therefore, along with legal lens, very successfully they have selected the topics which are very essential to understand for cyberspace. So many congratulations to the conveners team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Meanwhile, we are waiting for our sir. I would once again like to clarify any doubts if the participants must be having. For the purposes of attendance, we have Google Form, which would be floated during the session. And even to those who are joining us on YouTube, they would have the access to the same. As far as questions are concerned, again, another Google Form would be given. And in that, people who have questions, they can fill that form. And at the end of every session, we would take the questions and accordingly ask from our speakers.
Okay, has he joined?
Ma'am, he is just coming. There is some technical issue on his end, and due to this, there's a delay. We're just looking into it. Apologies
Okay.
to the participants.
Okay, no issues, no issues.
Meanwhile, our panelist is joining. I would like to give a very brief introduction of our panelist. Dr. Prash.
1 second. So, Advocate Prashant Mali, has he joined?
He is, ma'am, he is joining. He isn't here
He is
yet.
joining in. Yeah. So once he will join, then we will give introduction of sir. We will take only 5 minutes. And amongst the participants, I am able to see our associate dean also, Mr. Ravindran. So along with Mr. Ravindran, once again, we are welcoming all of you. He is there with us. Various legal professionals, academicians, students, they have joined. In my students coordinators team, we have Shivangi, Prapti, and Parthvi. They are sitting very, consciously so that there must not have any technical glitches.
Ma'am, sir has joined.
Very nice.
Prapti,
Yes.
can you please make sir co-host?
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Prashant Maliji, we law school and along with Legal Lens, we are heartily welcoming you. Please welcome to the workshop. Yes, you are the co-host now. So kindly accept our greetings. Kindly unmute yourself. Is he there?
Yes, ma'am, he is there. Maybe there's some technical issue.
Maybe he is not able to unmute himself.
Okay,
Hello.
we'll
Are you
wait,
able
no
to hear?
issues. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Namaste,
Yes.
sir.
Namaste.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to this national workshop. Welcome, sir.
Should we start?
Sir, we'll take only 5 minutes. We would like to introduce you to all the participants. Only 5
Sure.
minutes, sir, and then we'll start. Yes,
Okay.
over to Rashi.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Prashant Mali is a practicing advocate at Bombay High Court and founder and president of Cyber Law Consulting, Advocates and Attorneys. He was awarded as uh, Best Cyber Lawyer of 2017 by India Legal Summit and Awards and is referred as India's distinguished cyber lawyer and cybersecurity expert with strong internet and technology related industry background. He is currently handling cybercrime, cyber abuse, cyber frauds, e-commerce, Bitcoin frauds, EOW, privacy, and copyright-related matters of various corporate celebrities and HNI individuals. He was invited by Oxford University to present a paper on cyber terrorism and international law. Dr. Mali is a regular speaker in national and international conferences and seminars and has also trained Mumbai University professors, Maharashtra Police, Indian Air Force, and various other government agencies. Further, he has authored around 5 books on cyberspace and cyber law. He is also regularly consulted by Maharashtra Police and other law enforcement agencies on the issues of cybercrime and cybersecurity. We welcome you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. How many participants?
So there are 490 participants on the Zoom and many are watching on YouTube also.
Okay, great. So friends, cyber crimes are on the rise with this COVID and Corona landscape. We still have the old law, Information Technology Act 2000, and now just to make you aware of the scenario as of date is just now we had this Government of India's notification talking about banning 59 Chinese apps. You must have seen me on TV speaking on this. Just to make you aware that before removing this Chinese apps, delete your login, change your passwords, and most importantly, change your passwords of your Gmail as well as your bank IDs too. This is for the only reason that if you had same passwords across your accounts, then if China leaks the account details, you will be at severe risk. So please change these passwords. And I have suggested on national TV that you factory reset the phone. why factory reset the phone? Because in spite of you removing, there may be some services which may be on even if you remove the Chinese apps. So it's better you remove and then factory reset it once. Before that, take the backup and start using this, your phone. So cybercrimes, my dear friends, are majority times are now happening because of your mobile phones. The tool for committing cybercrime is in your hand, and with so much amount of depression, so much amount of uh, uh, fear, this kind of crimes have increased all the time. Today, my principal topic is about the law part. Let me start with my favorite part, my passion about cyber law. So India doesn't have any law which is called cyber law in this country. We don't have any law. We have a law which is called the IT Act 2000, which encompasses majority sections which cover cybercrime. I am emphasizing 2 points, like it covers majority of sections. Why? Because there are certain sections in POCSO, certain sections in IPC even. Now let me start with the example of giving you an IPC section. Like suppose you're a boy or girl and you're chasing your crush. You're chasing a girl or a boy. Like you're sending multiple phone requests, multiple WhatsApp requests, multiple Facebook requests. Wherever she goes or he goes, you're just following behind her, him, opening majority of different accounts. And when you do this, what you're doing is you're stalking. You are cyber stalking, online stalking. And when you do this online stalking, my dear friends, Section 354D of the IPC appears. Section 354D of the IPC applies then, and it is a cognizable offense with punishment up to 3 years. And this is in Indian Penal Code and not in the IT Act 2000. So, because this was amended when the criminal amendment bill was passed after the Nirbhaya, so cyber stalking is a crime. Then in the same series, I also told you that you will make a duplicate or a lookalike or a fake Facebook profile. Even this is a crime. And what you do with this Facebook profile or social media account, based on this, there are two sections which can get applicable. One is section 66C and other is section 66D. Based on your only impersonating or you are doing identity theft, either of this section can be applicable. And both are cognizable offenses, my dear friend. So 66C and 66D. This is majority times applied in all credit card frauds, online banking frauds. What happens there is you are taking someone else's identity and stealing it from the bank. So this sections are always applied, section 66C, 66D. And when you use online platforms for abusing your friend, defaming your friend, online defamation, and when you do this by taking someone else's identity or impersonating somebody else, then these sections get applicable. So be cautious on these two sections. Many crimes are getting registered, many FIRs are getting registered across the country on 66C and 66D. So coming back to the discussion on cyber law, I said the IT Act 2000 is the one of the components of the cyber legal framework of India. So IT Act 2000 predominantly has operative 90 sections. These 90 sections are not only the law. My dear friend, that's the mistake. That's the people think specifically people from IT background, only working in IT, they only read the 90 sections. So the law is beyond the 90 sections, my friends. This also encompasses rules made under these sections, and there are almost 30 such rules, and every 30 such rules may have oddly around between 10 and 20 clauses. They all form part of the cyber legal framework. Just to give an example, what is sensitive personal data is not there in the 90 sections of this IT Act 2000. It is there in reasonable security practices rules, IT rules of 2011, and in clause 4 and 5 it gets defined what is sensitive personal data. So it is not there in the original law. So you have to be careful when you talk about IT Act. It is all about law, rules, and the case laws which forms the IT Act as a whole. So what are the major crimes which are happening in the Indian parlance? Pornography is a crime in India which is majority of the time being registered. Now pornography, or obscenity. I want to discuss these three sections about obscenity and pornography. You have section 67 of the IT Act 2000. Now, what is section 67 of the IT Act 2000? It is publishing or transmitting obscene pictures. Punishment is up to 3 years. And the other important is section 67A. Now here the punishment is up to 5 years. And the fine is up to 10 lakhs. Now what is this? This is publishing or transmitting sexually explicit material. Now just to give an example, like you're going around forwarding lots of pornographic material on WhatsApp. Now, is it a crime? If you are watching in your house, it is not a crime. But if you're publishing or transmitting it, then yes, it is a crime. And where do you get stuck? You all have lots of pornographic material on your WhatsApp or on your mobile phones. Your mobile phones have become a database of a lot of pornographic material. Now what happens is, suppose you get caught up in some like car accident and your mobile is been snatched, and police happens to find some evidence, want to find some evidence in the mobile phone, and instead of the evidence what they're looking for, and they find out pornography or sexually explicit movies, clips, then section 67A they can apply. Because it is cognizable offense, they can apply suo motu to you. So section 67A is that draconian. But the more draconian here is section 67B. Section 67B is about child pornography. Now, what is child pornography? Everything below 18 years. What does that mean? If you are even searching for teen sex, girls under 18, school-going girls, porn for them, forwarding this, etc. Section 67B applies, my dear friends, and the punishment is up to 7 years and up to 10 lakhs. And the media attention is absolutely free. So be careful what you're forwarding, what you're storing on your mobile phone, what you're forwarding on social media. Don't go for that moment of small, popularity. Don't play with the life. And the issue there is, once this incident happens with you, media publishes it, and then there are crawler websites which republish this, and you're famous. You're famous for a wrong way. And what is the issue then? When you go for a foreign university admission, or you apply for some foreign country visa, they will have a look at your network avatar. What you're doing on social media, what you're doing on networking. And when they look at the history and they find that you are involved in all this, they may not grant you visa. And they will never give you any reason also. So be aware what you do on your social media platform. So I discussed about section 67, 67A and 67B, which stands for pornography. The other biggest crime which happens in the corporate world, my dear friends, is about data theft. You all carry pen drives in your pockets or cables in your pocket which get attached to your mobile phone, and you want to steal data. And you do it innocently. And you feel you have kept the original copy there. So there is no crime. Exactly because of this huge amount of data is being copied from corporate world, from colleges, from educational institutions, and this amounts to crime under section 43B, read with section 66 of the ITF. Punishment is up to 3 years and fine is up to 5 lakhs. Cognizable offense, police can arrest you without warrant. So be careful. Data theft. I'm going to tell you instances of data theft. Now, it goes as simple as this. If you go to any website and you just love some data, and you do Control C, Control V, your favorite keys, and copy and keep it in your hard disk, even that amounts to data theft. There are some proviso, and those are for educational purposes. But if you take it for educational purposes and sell it further, it becomes commercial, and then this section can apply. So be careful when you're handling data. I handled a case where when an employee, when he was leaving his job, he copied whole data in a pen drive of the clients. Not only he did this, he also forwarded the data to his Gmail account. In India, lot many people in corporate world do that. They feel the data they generate during employment is their own property. You're paid for that. So it is the property of the organization. And the moment the case came to us, we filed an FIR on this employees. And we also simultaneously took injunction from the Honorable High Court for not to spread the data further. Because Indians are very clever. Just to give you a case example, we had this homeopathic doctor as a client. He had made a software for homeopathy. One of his employees, after putting long years of service, left. Before leaving, he stole the software and he was selling it to other homeopathic doctors. So when the doctor came to know, we wanted to file a case. But the employee was very clever. What he did was, he never stole the software by putting a pen drive or forwarding to email. What he did is, he forwarded the whole source code to various open source code websites available on the internet, like codeguru.com, freecode.com. These are all free code available, making you available free codes, source code, software, programs. He uploaded while sitting in the office to such website and cleverly downloaded it from the same website to his computer. And when the police went there, he said the software was available for free. I never uploaded it. And he had this defense. So such intelligent people also exist who will go a great length to steal the data and then to cover their marks. The track gets covered, but there are other evidences like CCTV, human evidences, logs, from where you can actually trap these people. So data theft, as I told you, is a huge big crime. Now I know people have questions like, we download songs, is it a data theft? Yes, it is even a copyright violation. They have another question like, we download it from a website which is freely available. Very good. Majority of this freely available websites are Pakistani. The majority of this software or this music software or music gets downloaded from one notorious site which is called songs.pk. This songs.pk, my dear friends, is run by eyesight or Pakistani people. So when you download any song from such website, there is a Trojan, there is a malware which comes down to your mobile phone. And that malware, that Trojan can make your mobile their servant. Your front camera, back camera compromised. Your microphone compromised. This was the precise reason of national security. This 59 apps were banned because they were tapping in such kind of data. Data from mobile phones, data from websites, email addresses, social media sites, via your mobile phone and apps and the data connection you have on your mobile phone. So now, because you have cheap 4G connection or data connection, those crimes have become simpler. So you have to become more cautious, because if you don't become cautious, crimes will keep on happening. Now, suppose I want to elevate this crime. Like, if an Indian does this on another Indian and starts sniffing a lot of data and sending it across the border, thereby creating national security problem. Section 66F of the IT Act gets applicable, and this is the most draconian section in the IT Act. This is about cyber terrorism. Up to life imprisonment is the punishment. No bail, no compounding of offenses, nothing. So only and labeled as cyber terrorist. I'm going to give you two examples. One is, we're handling a case where there was this call center employee. He was planning to make a thermite bomb and to blow off the American school, which is there in BKC Bandra, Mumbai. Why? Because it has a lot of expat children. All these foreign people's children are studying there. His motto was to teach or to make a big news, because all these expat children will die. He used to do all this communication on Facebook. Facebook had barred him, removed his ID. He used to pop up from different IDs and plan and use to make thermite bomb from washing machine, etc. And his handler somewhere, they used to constantly discuss. ATS Mumbai found this out. They kept observing him. They asked the organization to keep the data which he was generating while sitting in the call center using the IT infra of the call center. Every single evidence was properly saved before nabbing him. And now he's in jail for a long time, under trial. So when you are online, please be careful about what you're searching. You can't even search things like RDX, terrorist attack, something of that sort on your Google, because it will profile, it can generate alert, it can release your keywords to law enforcement agencies and you can be in a serious problem. So be careful. Section 66F. I'm going to tell you one more case. This was a second year civil engineering student from Pune, and he was watching a lot of Facebook videos. He got radicalized and he wrote, I want to kill 5,000 Muslims. This boy never belonged to any right-wing activist, right-wing organization, had no history about staunch nationalism, etc., etc. But just reading a lot of Facebook posts, visiting a lot of websites, Facebook pages, he got radicalized. He wrote this. The minority community went to the commissioner, requested him to arrest this person because there was a lot of breach of silence or breach of peace in the community. Police filed FIR against this boy in another draconian section of 153A of the IPC and 66F of the IT Act. Both refer to religious activity, disturb peace and tranquility amongst social citizens. This boy with no previous history, never got a bail easily. And now if you put his name on Google, the first link which comes is this person is a cyber terrorist. Just imagine writing nonsensical things can make you permanent cyber terrorist. Even if you are not, your family is not. So be careful. 66F is another big section on cyber terrorism. Not frequently applied, but when applied, it's really problematic. My dear friends, let me come to the most important section, which always like when it's a cyber crime as a whole. Which section is applied when you commit hacking? Now, to be clear, we don't have any word, any section talking about this word hacking or hacker. We have a word which is called unauthorized access. Now, what is unauthorized access? Is written in section 43A, small a. There are two sections by 43A. 43 small a, 43 capital A. Please note that. So it is section applicable for hacking in India under the IT Act is section 43A. Read with section 66. It is not plain 66. It is not plain 43A because we are talking from the criminal prosecution perspective. So when you want to file a police case against a hacker, the section is section 43A. Read with section 66. Punishment up to 3 years, fine up to 5 lakhs. Cognizable offense. Giving you an example, the simplest example I can give you is it says anybody who downloads or copies data without the permission of the owner. That's how, or in section 43B. But in 43A it says anybody who accesses or secures access to any computer or communication device. That means even if you pull someone's mobile phone, for that matter, you pull your girlfriend's phone, boyfriend's phone, section 43A, read with 66 applies. Forget guessing her sequence, guessing a password, even that qualifies a section 43A, read with section 66 crime. Because that also amounts to hacking. Unauthorized access, precisely as per the law. So, 43A, read with 66 is our hacking related crime which has been written. Now people have doubts. Like when we apply IT Act, first, is IT Act a special act? To make it very clear, since law students are listening, normally when an IT Act is a special act, it is written in the preamble. Parliament failed to write that this act is a special act. Till last year, when we had this case law called Sharad Babu Digumurthy versus Union of India, it was clearly held that the IT Act is a special act. And when a special act is applicable, General Act is not applicable. And what is General Act? IPC is a General Act. And in this particular case, it was about obscenity. Section 67, when applied, Section 292 should not be applied of the IPC or any pornography or obscenity related sections. This is the first time it was held that the IT Act is a special act. Or else, there were not clear case laws. Police were applying sections of IT Act along with IPC. Why were they doing this? Because there are very less sections in IT which are non-bailable. So to make a crime non-bailable, they will add sections of IPC. Now suppose someone is caught in credit card fraud. The power to apply IT Act remains around 66C or 66D. Both are bailable offences. So what they do is they add 420 to it, IPC 420, cheating, which is a non-bailable offence. Or based on the facts of the case, section 379 of the IPC, which is theft. But these all thefts relate to stealing physical property. So IT Act is a special act, my dear friends. Now you can read my article on academia.edu where I have clearly written what are non-bailable offences under the IT Act. There's a paper there. So read it. Non-bailable offences does not mean that you will not get a bail. Just means that the first court will not grant you bail. The appellate court has the power, the high court has the power to grant you bail. But the time to get a bail increases exponentially. That's why these non-bailable offences are dangerous. So section 43C, read with section 66 of the IT Act, is for spreading viruses, spreading ransomware, spreading computer contamination. So ransomware has become a huge, big pain for corporate world, banks, education institutes. Why? Because your computer, even governments, your computer gets locked and ransomware is asked in Bitcoins. Imagine if you don't have a Bitcoin wallet, you start running helter-skelter to first make a wallet, then purchase the Bitcoin, which you'll get in high rate, and then transfer the Bitcoin. Some people go ahead and even claim cyber insurance. Yes, you get cyber insurance for ransomware threats. The other problem which arises if there are accounts people here, how do you show this? Paid ransomware as an entry in your books of accounts? There are so many unanswered questions of this modern technology and in cyber law per se that you can study. Now, cyber law is an umbrella under which you can specialize now. It's not the specialization as it happens to be during, when I started practice. Now there are super specialization within cyber law. For example, if you develop interest in cryptocurrency, that's a whole career in itself. If you develop your interest in artificial intelligence or machine learning, and robotics, that's a career in itself. If you develop interest only in e-commerce, today India has released draft e-commerce rules. So e-commerce itself is a huge topic, subset of cyber law, you can say. So you can do this. Biotech is another thing. It could be a subset of this. So you have a lot of subset of cyber law in which you can specialize. It is not no longer domain of only saying cyber law, or you can do it in cyber security. You can do it in gaming. Gaming is a whole big thing. If you're passionate towards gaming, there are I handle a lot of cases where gaming is involved, where there's problem related to the economy in gaming, frauds in gaming, stealing in gaming, hacking in gaming, policy in gaming, legality in gaming. So many things in gaming can be you can really perceive. Apart from that, you have online media as your client, or online sports media as your client, as your career. So you can also perceive that. And do you have courses on cyber law? Yes. National Law University, Bangalore runs PG in cyber law and computer forensics. It's majority of the time online. 1-year program. NALSA runs PG in cyber law. Symbiosis has diploma in cyber law. IGNOU has, Indira Gandhi National Open University has a diploma in cyber law. There are so many courses in cyber law marked as PG or at diploma level, which you can perceive. There are private institutes, online platforms also promoting cyber law as a course. So, if you want to make career in this sunrise, sunshine arena, the most important requirement is the blend of your mind towards technology. If you like technology, if you understand technology, and further, if you have qualifications in technology, cyber law is the career for you. Or you can also pursue e-contracts kind of thing, drafting kind of things related to cyber field. So if you have that blend, then pursue this law. You have that requisite qualification, passion, ability to talk to tech guys, then you can do this. You need to develop this love towards technology. And the second important thing is you need to have judicial mind. Only those lawyers get successful who develop or who inherit judicial mind. So you don't have too many inheritance, but developing is good. Not every lawyer is second generation lawyer, third generation. Many of you are first generation. Even me, I'm also a first generation lawyer. How do I do it? Develop judicial mind. When you attend your classes in your colleges, attend it with concentration. Classes like jurisprudence. I know these are boring classes, but they serve as basis to you. Classes on legal interpretation. People don't like to listen to this, but they make you a good lawyer. So when you attend to those subjects, that really helps. Sorry for digressing for some time. Now coming back to the IT Act. Are there books available in market? Many. I have written 8 books available on Amazon. Are there free tutorials on YouTube? So many. Mine's also there. Are there articles? Hundreds and thousands and lakhs. Indian and foreign authors. A lot of research is done. So what is which is missing? Human dimension of cybersecurity, cyber law. How humans perform, a lot of study needs to be done here. That you can pursue. But coming back to the law, now this ban, which just happened in the what do you call, the government of India banned, under which law they derived a power? They had derived a power under the IT Act only, the cyber law of this country. The section was section 69A of the IT Act 2000. And this power is blocking of access to websites. Blocking access to websites. Under this, they have banned us. It's a sovereign power under which government can ban. What is the corresponding case law? You can read Shreya Singhal versus Union of India. There are certain markings to it. You can read intermediary rules of 2011 under the IT Act. For further, more knowledge of this. So, lot many sections in the IT Act can be talked about. The last section which I want to, before closing, is what is my PhD is in cyber warfare, as you know, and international cyber law. Just to close the session today and open for questions before that, what is this cyber attack? My dear friends, media has crookedly defined what is cyber attack. Even if there is a defamation or a website gets demeaned, defaced, they say it is a cyber attack, which is not. Defacing a website is not a cyber attack. Cyber attack is doing something that will cripple your cyberspace. So if I put an attack, now what is attack for that matter? There is a section in the section 43 of the IT Act, find it out, for this word. This word is called denial of service and distributed denial of service. Shortcut is DOS and DDoS attacks. What is this? This is one of the way cyber attack can be done. It is putting false request to a server. Just to give an example, suppose Vivekananda Institute has a server and admissions are going on, and a competitor. These are all examples, real life examples which I am giving and which has already happened with other educational institutes. So listen to it very carefully. The competitor university doesn't want that students to access your website during admission time. So what happens is, once you don't get the number one institute, you want to go to the number two institute. So what the competitor institute does, it hires hackers, cyber criminals, non-state actors anywhere in the world. What they do is they launch a cyber attack on Vivekananda's website. Now, what does that mean? It will send so many requests. So many means 10 lakh, 20 lakh requests to the Vivekananda Institute's website. Now, these are false requests. These are not actual students trying to access the website. False requests. Website senses traffic, and website is busy in serving this 20 lakh false people. So the original students, actual students, they don't get the access to the website. So this is called denial of service. And when the attack comes from various countries, various computers, it's called distributed denial of service attack. Both have sections in section 43 of the IT Act. That could be a homework to read it with section 66 for punishment purposes. So these is one type of cyber attack. There are many types of cyber attacks which can happen. My dear friends, please remember, cyber attacks cannot go for months, not for even weeks, because that requires resources. And the second most important part is the moment you want to launch a cyber attack, you should know the vulnerability. Vulnerability, when you know, that means the loophole, the hole, and then you launch a cyber weapon, a piece of code again. Two things happen. The vulnerability, the hole, now is also after sometimes known to the attacked victim and to other experts. So the secret is revealed. So the whole vulnerability doesn't remain vulnerability. And the weapon which has been sent, if it is demystified, the weapon also doesn't remain weapon. So no country will try and use their weapons which they have purchased in crores of rupees for small conflicts. Cyber warfare will be a reality. How international law applies needs to be seen further. As of date, please know that we don't have any international cyber treaty where all the countries are signatory. There is European Union Cybercrime Convention where EU and some countries are signatory, but India is not. That goes to the international parliament. Every country now has cyber law, and we exchange a lot of data with other countries too. But a lot more needs to be done in this area. With this, I thank you. I thank Vivekananda Institute and Legal Lens for inviting me here. I'm open for questions for next 4-5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative session. I hope it must have cleared lots of
us doubts and misconceptions.
Now, I would like to open it for the questions. Did you permission, sir?
Yeah.
The first
First
question
question is, with the change in time, the
war.
war
A little louder.
Is it audible, sir?
Not able to hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes. So the first question is, with the change in time, the war
has shifted to the digital platform.
So is India
equipped with the
It's getting echo. Can you take your near you?
Rashi, can you please hold mic bit closer?
hello.
Rashi, hold your mic bit closer, better.
Yes, ma'am. Is it audible, ma'am? Is it clear?
Yeah, you hold your mic bit closer, then it will be audible. Go ahead.
hello.
Is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, bit
Yeah.
louder, okay?
Yeah, apologies for this, ma'am. Yes. Our first question is, the changing time, the war has turned to a digital platform. So whether India is equipped with the thing to deal with the situation?
Okay, I can hear you. You're talking about the cyber war is the reality and whether India is equipped to deal with the situation. Yes, very much. See, India is one of the superpower when it comes to the IT Act, the cyberspace. We have too many of cyber warriors, whether they are paid, unpaid. There's so many hackers across the world which are Indian, which can also retaliate. So we have that capability. We have what is called as institutions which have power to do offensive and defensive cyber warfare in India. And to my knowledge, with my interaction with them, they're all great. Even our army has a cyber wing. Even our defense forces have cyber wings. And they keep fighting this war during peacetime also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So the next question in regards of the applications, like when we install some application, even if we delete it, at times it keeps that data saved in their servers. So is there any option with the person to protect his or her data in such situations?
See, when you have these free apps only harp on your data. When you log into these apps, you have given them permission to collect data from you, and they're keeping that in their servers. There's no recourse. Right to be forgotten was some question being asked. As of date, right to be forgotten is not a right we are having. But there's a new law coming, my dear friends, which is called Personal Data Privacy Act, Personal Data Protection Act of our country, which is before the parliamentary committee, where it may have a section. I'm saying may because there is a section as of now, but it is under review. So if there could be a section for right to be forgotten, and under that section, possibly we can exercise the right to remove this data on the servers of various apps. I think I'll stop here for the questions.
Sure, sir.
Thank you very much.
So I would like to invite our professor, Mr. Ajay Ravindran, to give the thanks, so vote of thanks.
So you can unmute.
Unmuted.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Please go
Dr.
ahead.
Prashant. Very good morning, Dr. Prashant.
Good morning.
And on behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, Vivekananda School of Law and Legal Studies, I express my deep gratitude to Dr. Prashant Mali, Advocate, Bombay High Court, and founder cum President, Cyber Law Consulting. Dr. Prashant is also a distinguished author who is considered an expert in cyber law. It was a privilege to hear you, sir. In the present times, cyber law assumes great importance. We could not have started on a better note. We were trying to discuss some of the important sections of the IT Act and some of the rules thereunder. We also discussed on cyber crimes, cyber terrorism, corporate theft, and unauthorized access. And you also shared the cases which you handled during your course. Well, IT Act is a special act on the maxim generalia specialibus non derogant. And you have also given us different subsets of cyber law where students can specialize whatever they choose to. And yes, they must read Share Single to know the basis for the banning of Chinese apps. I heard the other day, 2 days back, a statement by Mr. K. Govindacharya, the convener of Swadeshi Jagran Manch. He had advocated for an omnibus law to be made by Parliament in place of IT Act. He is of the view that all of them could be made in one, and you won't have to refer to IPC or other relevant sections to deal with cyber crimes. Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure to hear you. Thank you very much.
Yes, Miss Rashi.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. We thank sir to be with us. It is all for the first session. It would resume at 4 o'clock. Till then, thank you, and we'll meet you again at 4 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Good one.